Properties of modulus of complex number. First property. Modulus it implies the real part of complex number is 0 of complex number is also 0. Second property. So what do you mean by this? Complex number a1 a I b. So in this case a is equal to 0, b is also 0, so that results What do you mean by modulus of z? I mean, is that anyone? What do you mean by modulus of z? Which is nothing but whole squared. Okay. A squared plus b squared. Let us consider this can be equal to, what do you mean by z bar? Anyone? The conjugate of z, that is nothing but z bar is equal to what? A minus ib. Do you understand? Okay. So modulus of z is equal to minus z, modulus of minus z. So this is another important property. Third property, the modulus of product of two complex numbers is equal to the product of z2 modulus. Fourth one, z1 by z2 is equal to the ratio between the modulus of z1 and the modulus of z2. Two is not equal to 0. Fifth one, that is complex number into its conjugate, that results z squared. Okay. For example, z bar. What will you get? A squared and then minus how much? Minus 1. Therefore, a squared plus b squared. Why? Because I squared is. Do you understand this? Okay. Right. And sixth one, z1 plus z2 2 is equal to z1 plus z2 modulus. You have to by heart all these properties. z1 plus z2 modulus whole squared is equal plus z1 minus z2 modulus whole square. That is equal z1 square modulus z2 eighth one, z1 minus z2 z1 modulus minus z2 modulus. Properties of conjugate of a complex number. Property 1. The conjugate of z1 plus z2 is equal to the second property. Similarly, the conjugate of difference between z1 bar minus z2 bar. You know very well, z1 bar is nothing but the conjugate. Explain once again. Z1 is represented as a1 plus ib1. What do you mean by z1 bar? Similarly, z2 is equal to a2 plus ib2. And what is the the bar z2 of what is that? That is the conjugate. So a2 minus ib2. Do you understand? So remember this. Now the product of the conjugate of the product of two complex numbers dot z2 bar. Similarly, z1 divided by z2 is equal to z1 bar divided by z2 bar. So this is regarding the conjugate powers of I also. Right. The powers of I. We know I is equal to the square root of minus 1. And I squared, squaring on both sides means you are squaring root 2 minus 1 also. That is equal to minus 1. So I squared is equal to minus 1. Is it not? That is I squared is equal to minus 1. Similarly, I cube can be I squared into I. So what is I squared? I squared is minus 1 into I. So it is minus I. Okay. And then I power 4. That is I power 4 can be written as I squared dot I squared. So I squared is equal to minus 1. Another I squared is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1. Therefore I power 4 is equal to 1. I power 3 is equal to minus I. So you should remember all these things. 1, 2, 3, 4. So every fourth power will be 1. I power 4, I power 8, I power 12, I power 16. These are all equal to 1. Okay. So with this background, we will be explaining some of the problems. Take down question number 1. 5i into minus 3 by 5i. So you can take the real part 5 into 3 by 5 and you got I into minus I. 5 cancels, so 3, and you have I squared, so minus of I squared. I squared is equal to minus 1. Therefore this one is 3 into minus of minus 1. Therefore 3 into plus 1, that is 3 is the answer. Okay. Can you do similarly? I power 9 plus I power 19. So as I already mentioned, it should be based on I power 4. That will be easier for you. So we can split this as, that is I squared. I power 9 can be I squared whole power 4. 4 2s are 8 into I. So 9 plus, and similarly what is the fourth multiples? I squared up to 19 means 16. Is it not? So is it not? 4 4s are 16. 16 up to 16 it can come. So I squared power 4 so this I19 can be written as 18 into 1. So you can put 9 here and into I power 1. So actually we take this formula, that is a power m into a power n is equal to a power m plus n. Is it not? So here we have a power m whole power n is equal to a power m n. Now I have written this I power 9 as I power 2 whole power 4 into I. It means I applied this formula, 2 4s are 8 into I. So a power m into a power n, m plus n. Therefore I power 8 plus 1, that is I power 9. So this is the equivalent I have written. Similarly, I squared whole power 9 means 9 2s are 18 and you have got 1. So 18 plus 1, 19. Are you able to follow? because we already know that is I squared, is it not? So I squared whole power 4. What is I squared? Minus 1. Minus 1 whole power 4 means how much? 1, is it not? So 1 into I plus, and what about this? I squared is minus 1. So minus 1 whole power any odd number, that results minus only, is it not? So it is again, because I squared minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1, and plus 1 into minus 1 once again minus 1, is it not? So minus 1 into I. Okay, so I minus I, that is equal to 0. Got it? Good. Can you work out I power minus 39? Try. I power minus 39. I power minus 39. You can reciprocate this. So I power minus 39 is nothing but the reciprocal of I power plus 39. And then again 1 divided by the near about is 38 into 1. So I squared into whole power 19. So 19 into 2, 38 into how much? I, that is power 1. So that is equal to 1 divided by I squared is minus 1. So minus 1 whole power odd number is minus 1. So minus I. Are you able to follow? So if it is minus I, okay, it can be multiplied by I and I divided by I. Therefore I into 1 I divided by I into minus I squared, is it not? So you can bring this I minus here, and this is I squared, is it not? I squared. And what is I squared? That is nothing but minus 1. Therefore minus I divided by minus 1, that is equal to plus I. Got it? So the answer is I. Three into 7 plus I7 plus I into 7 plus I7. Three, open the bracket. First let us expand it. This is plus, is it not? So you can multiply this. So 7 3s are 21, and this one I21 plus 7I, is it not? 7I, and this one I squared into 7I squared. So that is equal to 21I plus 7I, 28I. So 21 plus 28I plus of I squared is minus 1 into 7. So 21 minus 7 plus 28I. So 14 plus 28I. Okay. Try this. 1 minus I into not into minus of minus 1 plus I6. Okay. So let us expand. 1 minus I minus of minus plus 1 minus of I 6I. So 2 minus 7I, right? Try this sum. 1 by 5 plus 2 by 5I minus 4 plus 5 by 2 into I. Try this. I have given the answer here. You can work out for yourself and verify the answer. Right. Next one. Find the multiplicative inverse of root 5 plus 3I. Multiplicative inverse of root 5 plus 3I. Now root 5 plus 3I. Let us have the multiplicative inverse of this one is 1 by root 5 plus 3I. Is it not? Now let us simplify further. 1 by root 5 plus 3I, and we have to multiply and divide by the conjugate of this root 5 plus 3I. So root 5 minus 3I divided by root 5 minus 3I. So root 5 minus 3I divided by root 5 whole square minus 3I the whole square. Okay, so that is root 5 minus 3I divided by 5 squared, root 5 squared 5 minus 3 squared 9. I squared is minus 1. So root 5 minus 3I divided by 5 plus 9. That is root 5 minus 3I divided by 14. So this is the multiplicative inverse. So this can be written as 1 by 14 into root 5 minus 3I also. Okay.